Alrighty, it's been a minute, but been waiting for a lot of parts to come in. I've been busy with a lot of other things going on, so um, here we are. We're doing the oil pan and pickup tube swap for this Hellcat engine. Uh, the oil pan, my garage is a disaster, by the way. I've got too much shit going on at once, and I recently caught the Great Value version of the coronavirus, so I have to do the quarantine thing, so I have all kinds of time and I'm losing my mind. Anyways, I'm going to be installing this Stef's oil pan on the Hellcat. This piece is actually beautiful. I'm going to clean it up and take some better pictures, but really, really gorgeous pan. The welds are absolutely beautiful, as you can see. It has baffling built in. It has these interesting little one-way rubber flapper valves. I'm not sure how I feel about these. I guess if they're made out of a material that won't deteriorate, fall off, and get stuck on the end of the pickup tube in a few years, I'm okay with it. This pan's already clearanced or set up correctly for the Hellcat engines, so if you don't know, the front cover bolt spacing is different on the Hellcats. These bolts are narrower, so you can't use oil pans and pan gaskets meant for non-Hellcat engines on a Hellcat. They just won't fit. So this is already built for it. It's not modified and welded like some other name brands. Really thick, beefy, 3/8 thick aluminum flange. What else? Yeah, it's just a really low profile piece. Just really, really pretty. So I'm going to be putting this on. My other options were the Milodon, I don't even know how to say their name, but a lot of spotty reviews with that. A lot of people have issues with them not sealing well, the welds looking like crap, etc. So I figured, I'm this deep in, I might as well spend some money and go with this pan, which should work with the factory gasket. So on that note, that's another reason I didn't want to use the other competition parts. The factory pan gaskets are really nice pieces. So they have a built-in windage tray, and it's a steel railed pan with this I guess rubber that's already molded into it. Really nice piece. And, the other guys are using cork still and shitloads of RTV. It's 2021. Like, it used to drive me nuts on my old engine having to seal crap up like that and then still dealing with leaks. I like things that are nice and clean. So, yeah, we're going to use this. This gasket should work. There's a couple things you got to keep in mind here. So, from the factory, these Hellcat engines come with a front sump oil pan, so they have a much shorter pickup tube. So in order to install again, moving all over the place, this longer length pickup tube, you have to relocate the pickup tube support stud from this cap to this cap. Now, as I've said previously, I've already looked at the factory service information. I don't know why this rumor got out, but these are not one-time use bolts. They are torque angle bolts. You do torque them and then set an angle, but they're not torque to yield, which means you are torquing them, but you're not stretching them beyond their elastic point where when you loosen them up, they're permanently deformed. So these bolts are 100% reusable. I actually ordered a set, and then I realized that after the fact, so oh well. Those are the bolts I was waiting for that never showed up. So these are actually the original ones. I'm going to use it. So again, I'm 100% confident these will work okay. So for the Hellcats, the torque spec is 12 foot-pounds on each bolt, then 21 foot-pounds on each bolt, and then there's a 120-degree pull. So it's a little different than some of the earliers. I don't know if that ends up being the same torque. They just changed it a little bit, but that's what they call for the factory service manual for the later built Hellcat engines, at least. So another tidbit on the Stef's oil pan, this pickup tube here, because it is designed to be compatible with the other Gen 3 Hemi engines, like I said, the bolt spacing is different here. You do have to trim the end off of this ear, and it'll work just fine. So I already did that here, but you can see it. It's not a big deal. And I already talked to them about it. They said that's how they handle it. Other things. Let me set this down. All right, on this gaskets, I've already modified it, but you have to drill this hole here for the stud to pass through. So again, it's normally, it'd be going through this hole. Naturally, they put a hole for here, because I do think there are some other Gen 3 Hemi engines that use a even longer rear sump pickup tube. But if you're using a center sump, you're going to have to use a, I used a unibit and just cut right through this, and it turned out perfect. So, what else? So, I got my dipstick tube in there. Dipstick's not in just yet, but you can see that's where it passes through, so I need to double check and make sure that's going to clear okay. I'm not going to have any problems. It looks like, it's based on the angle, I should be fine, but just want to double check before I go sealing this thing. And then lastly, this isn't used on the original oil pan for whatever reason, but these two corner bolts, one here and one here, they're on the block, but you need to drill them out on this pan gasket. My oil pan uses these bolts because it doesn't use these larger ones that you usually have to grind off anyways, which I've already done on this side in order to clear the starter. So that's one other gotcha. Again, it's not a big deal. If you're reusing your gasket and you look, you'll probably have dimples where those holes already were, like I did, and you don't even have to measure anything. You just drill right through them and you're good to go. So I'll go get the stuff all torqued up and cleaned up. I'll take some more pictures.